Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So I've been waiting the whole week to do this video. This Friday I was a bit busy, but kind of glad because we finally get to play a decent MP2 in a9c, and then today the new Spotlight. What is it? Who I don't remember the second name, but it's the Tides of Madness Spotlight started in ALU, which is pretty interesting, and I will talk in the second part of this video. For this, like, I don't know, whatever, I'll be talking a bit about a9c, and then I'll move on to ALU. But yeah, let's talk about the new a9c update, because yeah, let's look at the shop real quick. There is a new box. If you play Brawl Stars, you know, you will recognize how this works. I don't have enough currency to get this. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. I can't show it unless maybe I get enough. I think that's enough, right? No, not enough. Oh, that sucks. All right, I can't show it. Maybe I'll put on the screen a video. This I'm a guy who recorded opening a bunch of them. I might put it in the video, at least for one box. But yeah, they are pretty good. There is the devil key in them. There is some cosmetic items like action decals, the emotes, one of which you get by default, so I don't know why they put that emote there, but yeah, there is a lot of good stuff in there. I might actually show it again, the rewards, after this race. I'll see. And yeah, aside from that, there is the new Drive Syndicate and a new car, and I'm disappointed because it feels like any car now gets the Air class. Any car that's buffed by the a9c devs feels like it can get legendary blueprints and be in the Air class, which doesn't make sense at all. This Tuatara Striker is very disappointing and does not deserve to be in an Air class car. It doesn't even beat the Venom. It got a buff, I think in acceleration maybe. It's like 80 acceleration, and then top speed might have been buffed. I'm not sure because I saw the max stats, but they weren't really that too much different from the global version. Might be better. I'm pretty sure it is. I should compare them. Maybe I'll also put some pictures if I can find the max stats of both the ALU and a9c version, but it really isn't worthy of the Air class. And yeah, let's actually talk about what I imagine the Air class in Asphalt 9 in China, and what are the cars that are actually worthy of being in Air class, because I feel like this class is mostly just cars that push the limits of the game, kind of break it in a way. The first car was the Absolute, the Yesco Absolute, and that car is crazy compared to the Venom. That car is the first ever car to have gone more than 550 kilometers per hour, and yeah, being the first one to do it kind of breaks the limits, I guess. And so yeah, it's worthy of being an Air class. I'd say that the Venom is fine as it is in S class, because the Yesco itself is already an S class car, and it's not like the Venom broke the game. It's basically a buffed Yesco, and it's really good, but doesn't necessarily break the limits as much as the cars like Yesco, Absolute, and Devil, in my opinion. Although it's really good and definitely close to what an an Air class car is. But then, then there is the Devil, which of course is break. But yeah, has a crazy drift radius, and it can take basically any curve, and again has a pretty crazy high top speed. and yeah, it has some different acceleration in there. It has some things to balance it out, but fundamentally it can go almost it can go 550 kilometers per hour drift at almost any curve. So yeah, that also pushes the limits of the game. The Silver Lightning, which isn't necessarily like the fastest car out there. Also, I forgot to show the content of the box. But yeah, the Silver Lightning isn't really like the crazy fast car, but it changes. Yeah, another thing of the Air class is that they kind of change the way that you play. Like you have to play a different way with the Absolute, I feel like, because of course the drift radius isn't as sharp as the Venom, although it's not extremely bad. But keeping not going off topic, thinking about the Silver Lightning, it kind of changes how you play. Now you have this really long perfect nitro boost that adds like 88 kilometers per hour to your top speed, which is a crazy amount. And suddenly stuff like perfect nitro in the air can actually be seen as normal, I guess. Sometimes you might want to go ride a nitro, but if you're at the start, it can allow you to accelerate fast, even though the car itself doesn't have a crazy acceleration. So yeah, let's take a break and look at the content. This is Level 16. This is the new Porsche that's in. I can't let you see it, but for now it's only in A9 China. We might see it in A9 pretty soon, I hope. The Hyundai S-Class 1, the Crazy Drift, the Mini Devil, the Chimera, some decals. This is a pretty cool one. I think the only animated one. ST63 S1, the ARS. This is Nismo Electric R, and a bunch of stuff. This is the new Corvette edition, I think Lunar New Year edition, and some emotes. This one, the second one, is already by default in your account, so I don't know why they're putting it there. It's basically trade cons, but whatever. But yeah, let's go back to racing, even because the shop still makes the phone eat up really easily. So yeah, this car kind of changes the way that you play, so I think it's fair to be in Air class. It changes drastically or a start, which is the nitro. So yeah, let's play it a little bit. I'm still bad with it, but that's fine. And then we have the Bolide, which has the old acceleration. In Global A9, it got rework, I guess. It got nerfed, like half a point nerfed of the acceleration. So I think from high or 84 to mid 84, and then got a nitro buff. Not sure if here in A9 China the acceleration is the same, but I'm not sure if the nitro is still better after the buff in global version. I think it's very similar, but I don't think. Yeah, look at this perfect nitro in here, and it's totally worth it. But yeah, I don't think it's worthy of the Air class just because of that little change to the nitro, because it's still really low. Yeah, I think that compared to all the kings like Yesco and Venom, the Bolide with that really short nitro kind of changes. Oh no! Oh, alright, we're safe. Yeah, I messed up. Wait. Yes, alright. I didn't throw the first place. Good. Yeah, with that low nitro, it definitely changes a bit how you have to play. You have to manage the nitro, but I don't think that the Bolide deserves the Air class. So yeah, that should stay in S class. Now there is the Rimac Nevera R. When I'm thinking of the Nevera R, I'm also thinking of the Razer Tycoon. Not the Rush, because the Rush is already a bad car in China. They had already released it, and only in ALU it will be broken. But yeah, for now the Razer is the only car with the Arash stats that is in China. The only car with such stats, and it's a bit buffed in this version, but they didn't put it in air class, and I think that's fine because it really can. It has some crazy stats, but the drift is really low and doesn't really allow for much to be done. The stats are crazy, but I don't feel like it really breaks the game. Unlike aside from short tracks. So yeah, this one I still think this one is kind of a limit. Like not sure if it really should be in air class or just I and S class, because this one also feels very weird to have in air class. It is a buffed Nevera. It goes 450, and it has a similar acceleration to the Razor, around 90. I think it's 89, so that's very high. And unlike the Razor, this car can actually manage to drive well with it. And come on, man, not very lucky with that part of this track. And yeah, this car can actually hold the top speed and drive normally with that acceleration and everything. It doesn't struggle due to a bad drift. So yeah, I'm not really sure whether this car really deserves the air class or not, but being that it's not just a buffed car but a car introduced by the a9c China devs, yeah, it makes sense that they wanted to put it in air class. So I don't know, I'll let you decide in the comments if you think this is worthy of air class or not. Personally, I'm not sure. Now this one kinda like R10 Note described. It feels like a absolute wannabe. The way they put it in China, it feels like maybe an absolute with a slightly better drift radius. I haven't driven it enough, I guess, but it feels a bit more controllable, and it still has some pretty good stats. I'm pretty sure the absolute might go 81 or 82 acceleration. This is 83, and around 40 kilometers per hour less in top speed. So I guess this one is kind of worth to be in air class, but then again I'm not really sure. The Venom is kind of similar, and I feel like maybe this should also be in S class rather than air class. So yeah, this is how we feel about the air class, how it's being lately in a9c China, because it seems that they're just giving the air class to so many cars that don't really deserve it, and also the overranks are crazy. And I have a theory for it, because the Yesco Absolute is insanely high in rank. It's for 5.6k, which you wouldn't say that the Venom is literally 600 rank points lower than the Absolute. The Absolute is crazy, but the Yesco, like the Venom, you wouldn't say that it's that much better, that it has a 600 rank difference. I don't think it's that high, and I think that the a9c devs see some of these cars with a higher rank. If they would be putting the Venom, and they would have been the ones making it, putting it in the game instead of importing it from an ALU, a9 global, I think they would have given the Venom like, I don't know, 5.4k or 5.5k. And this is why some cars like these new Tuatara Striker are 5.3k. Although I would never give the Tuatara 5.3k. That's extreme overrank, man. For a very like buffed Regera in ALU, and maybe slightly better here. And so yeah, kind of disappointing. I don't think this car should stay here. I'll do one last race with it, and then yeah, I'll take a little break and try to record a bit of ALU. Wanna talk about the new, especially the new Spotlight event, because it's kind of interesting. And yeah, I need to drink a bit of water. It's kind being kind of dry. I can't. I need to drink. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Might not really talk a lot about in this race, but whatever. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that maybe either today or tomorrow I might get the new controller. So if I get it later this day, the gameplay, I will try to make that gameplay in ALU with the tilt to steer controller, if I can find that option in the game settings. And that was a big mess up. Oh man. But yeah, we'll see. I'm seeing it. I think it's like 23 kilometers per hour nitro, so it's pretty big, like all the Kings. So with nitro it can go 500, but it's not worth it, man. I don't think it's air class worthy. And the float doesn't seem like insane or anything. It's of course better than the global, the ALU one, but I don't think this is some crazy floaty or anything to make this worthy of the air class. I don't know, man. I really can't justify this. And I think the air class is just becoming trash. Anything is getting air class nowadays. And yeah, thinking about what I said earlier, that it seems that every car that gets balanced by the A9 channel, their team gets the air class treatment. It's just a small theory, but I feel like maybe they tweaked a bit their devil, but of course this is kind of stupid thing. And yeah, it's probably just me, because I always drive with lag in A9 channel since this is badly optimized. So yeah, but I do feel like the devil, as always, has been a bit tweaked in China since it's released. It doesn't really feel as powerful as in A9 global as it did, but maybe just me. I said this in many videos. When I'll actually get the chance to drive this car normally, maybe if I get lucky from the mystery boxes, the new ones in an channel, maybe I get lucky and find the key in the future when I can finally play this game without major lags. Maybe I'll be able to finally see if it actually is just me thinking that the level is worse here. But yeah, for the NN channel part, it's over. So yeah, time to wait to record the ALU part. Alright, it's time to record the ALU part after quite a bit. But so yeah, I will have to wait for the new controller, but that's fine. I don't mind. But yeah, we'll probably try it in the next video. So yeah. Oh, yeah, I kinda hate how sometimes it instantly pops out. Like I want to decide whether I want to open or not the tasks, whatever. Let me lower a bit. So yeah, this is the new Spotlight that came out today, and I have to say it's really nice. So yeah, the card selection is decent. Of course, as a beginner, the 918 Spider isn't too bad, although I wouldn't spend on it, since I don't know how much currency you can get until you run out, even though this only has like 8 days. But yeah, 8 days long. So the whole thing changes, like the atmosphere, everything is blue, like a blue filter, and there is that monster or whatever. Pretty sure it's the Churutlu or whatever the spotlight was called in the patch notes. I don't know about it. Maybe some of you know about that thing. I don't know. I don't know what's that. I don't think it's made up by the team. I think maybe it's probably referencing to something, but I don't know anything about it. So this is kind of like the OG spotlights, where you don't have many collectibles, but unlike all of them, these collectibles actually give you extra time, and you start with a lower amount of time. So when you pick them up, like I did right now, you see this mode, it's ghost, but then that time where you are yellow, you have a couple of seconds to instantly knock down every cop, because normally they are unbreakable. It kind of reminds me of boss mode. The cops are in boss mode, and you can KD them only like this. And also one funny thing is that the cops can actually KD you. So if they touch you in the air or they squish you to a wall, they knock down you. So I think this is the real boss mode. I think if we get again boss mode in the future, it might be like this, which makes for a way more interesting mode. So yeah, that's nice. And yeah, I think decent spotlight. The rewards are pretty decent. It allows you to star up the Lycan while you wait to get the key from the gauntlet. I have to save up for the key. I'm not sure if I want to 6-star my F1 LM or or unlock this car. So I'll see. This is definitely a free star up. And maybe I can get it to even 3 stars, since there probably are gonna be enough shop refreshes. Unfortunately, you have like 250 tokens you have to spend in order to refresh the shop, which I don't understand why, especially since back in the Venom F5 Spotlight, they had made the refreshes cheaper, like 205 in the first refresh, and then 400 or something, and then they stopped doing it. Like they made them cheaper just for the F5 Spotlight, and no, it's there. Alright, I managed to climb up the wall somehow. You can see the boss from here. It's also kind of funny, if you click on the key, the button that looks like a key, it shows you that there are multiple tracks, but in reality it just all the tracks are this Scotland track. So yeah, I don't know if they messed up or what, but it would be cool to have again a spotlight where you have just one stage like this, and you keep switching tracks every race, like in the Venom one. It's way better. Like at the end, if the spotlight format is this one where you have a few collectibles and it's not the Lego collector mode, it's not a big deal if you switch track every race. It makes it way better. So cool stunt there. And yeah, we'll do one last race. Actually, well, yeah, I'll do one race with the Porsche. Probably not really the most entertaining thing. Oh wait, I wanted to look at the shop. So there is the decal for €2. I'm not sure if you can buy it for style tokens once you unlock it, and unfortunately the key is not featured in the event, but yeah, I didn't expect anything else, but who cares. Once you have enough gauntlet currency, you can get the key from there. This feels kind of overpriced. The decal is pretty decent, but you know, I'd rather use this one actually. And the Porsche decal is actually really cool. and it goes well with the ghost effect. Can I go out? There is the recording thing blocking. I can't click the buttons. Yeah, EAPs are kinda expensive, but since you only have these 2 cars to buy, maybe you can buy a few. Actually, it's a bit. I need to save up some credits. Why are they disabled? I can't click the back buttons. Yeah, I might. Yeah, I will probably buy a couple of EAPs since I don't have to buy Porsche blueprints, so I should be able to keep a bit of currency. Is there anything else? Finally, the multiplayer season ended. Man, it was hell with all the Evo SF90s. I didn't even manage to get Legend League because I tried to do it early in the day. I was using tap to steer since I was on a bus going to school. I wanted to do it the day before, but yeah, I wasn't able to. Man, such a painful season, and it's same as the Unbreakable season that was before that. I got to the milestones and before I even got to Legend League. I managed to get the Apex back before Legend League. Like that tells you how bad a season is. Both Unbreakable and classic multiplayer season with broken cars are hell. Literally can't do anything. Man, I hope app didn't have the oh yeah, I think they can also squish you like this. I'm not sure if I was wrecked or knocked down there. And oh, I didn't get KD'd somehow. Yeah, I'm a ghost. KD. Alright, that's cool. Invisible mode, kind of funny. Alright, how did I wreck there? That was not that fast, okay. But yeah, talking about Evo cars, I think, yeah, I'm definitely not glazing there. I want to see the Evo Lamborghini Egoista. Definitely not glazing the car. But yeah, joke aside, I think it wouldn't even be that bad to have an Evo Egoista, make it even more useful. I feel like the Egoista never really fell out of usefulness. Like when Unite launched, the Egoista became kinda useful in some lower leagues in the MP, and then when they added the Gauntlet, it became useful for, I think, Tier 4 or Division 4 or Division 3. I think there is still pretty useful, so it's not a bad car. But yeah, it could definitely receive some help from the Evo tuning, and yeah, that will be cool to see how it can do. Also seen some people comment maybe the Chevrolet Corvette, which I'm not against. You wouldn't expect that, but I'm not against this car getting an Evo tune because it's pretty bad, and you see it mainly in Gold 3 and Gold 4. I think you don't really see it other than in those leagues, because like everybody nowadays gets the Evo, the Lamborghini Huracan, and then this one they stop using it. And then when you reach higher leagues, you see the Vanda, and I think the Evo tuning needs to be kind of more balanced out. They need to make a better Evo tuning for these cars. They need to make it more balanced because right now it's breaking the game. But I think a Corvette, if it gets a good tune that's balanced, it could be a healthy addition. The Evo tuning in general could be healthy if balanced out, because it can revive old cars. I think a good Evo tuning for the Chevrolet Corvette will be like, yeah, neutral and height, give a slight boost to the stats, and then you have a heavy and overload build that, well, overload will likely not be used in many in MP, but you get a heavy build that actually boosts the stats and promotes a skillful level of play. Like if you're a skilled beginner, you're a beginner in ALU, but you still have a bit of skill. You have learned to play the game pretty decently. for being a beginner, and maybe you can try, thanks to the even tuning, if you manage to gold your Corvette, you can try to go against Vandas with the increased stats thanks to the heavy tune, and maybe beat them, because heavy tune definitely relies a lot of skill, relies a lot on skill. So being able to beat Vandas with an Evo Corvette, because you used an Evo tune that requires some skill, so it's really nice. I think that revives the car for anybody who can drive pretty well and is a starter, that can provide a fight against all those spammers without being necessarily a broken car itself, because light and neutral builds should never be that good, because they just promote spam and not skill, while heavy builds, they are really good and healthy for the game, I think. Because if you're a skilled player, you can beat others with better cars, but by having more skill with the high stat boost. And yeah, another car that maybe could get an Evo tune. Yeah, if think about it. I think it was recommended. Oh yeah, I was thinking of the GTB, but I was talking about a lower class. For C class, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was thinking of the Porsche Targa, since this gets outclassed by the TVR Wi-Fi, but it could be nice to for it to have an Evo tuning, see what it can become. Maybe get some new world records with it in some tracks. Yeah, it could be interesting to see such car get an Evo tune. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.